In this class, we're going to be looking at how to use the Birail tool in Maya. Now, when you go to your surfaces, you would see a tool called Birail. So let's bring this out, keep it somewhere here. So we have Birail 1, Birail 2, Birail 3 plus. So before I start, let me explain what this tool does or how to use it. Now, from the word Birail, what should come to your mind is 2. From the word by, 2. So it means whether you are using the Birail 1, Birail 2, or the Birail 3 plus, you are going to be using how many rails or curves? 2, basically. Then it works based on a number of profiles and then a Birail. So that means irrespective of the number of profiles you're going to be using, you are going to still be needing 2 Birails. Does that make sense? So for Birail 1, we could say Birail 1 is 2 or curves or surfaces, let's say 2 curves from the word Birail and a profile. So 2 curves, 1 profile. Birail 2, you could say 2 curves and 2 profiles. Birail 3, that will be 2 curves and 3 profiles. So it means we could have unlimited number of profiles, but irrespective, our number of curves will be 2. If that makes sense. So let's see how that can work in perspective. So I'll come to my front viewports. I'm going to draw just a straight line like so. I'll just click here, maybe hold my C to snap to grid, and I'll draw a straight line to somewhere here. I think this should do. Let me do that again. I will hold my X, sorry. I'm snapping to grid, not to curves. C is to snap to curves. So hold my X and just click there. I have a straight line. Maybe modify center pivot, as you can see. Okay, so the next thing I will do is I'm going to draw some, or before I continue, I would love this to be on the floor. So let's say I'll just move this down to that side like this. So next thing I will do is I'm going to draw let's say, give me a second please. I'm going to draw with this tool as I hold my C to snap to curves. You get the point? C will snap it to curves, so you can see that, right? Whenever I click C. So now I'm drawing on the floor. But to draw on the floor perfectly well, I'll switch to my top viewport. So come here, top viewport, and I'll begin to draw. Just something irregular. I think I'm good. Click there, make sure you complete it, and then we have this. So observe, now for this to work perfectly, make sure the curves are connected. So we have this here. So I'll do the same thing. Click this tool. Alright, click this tool. I'll then hold my C to snap to curves again because I want to draw on these curves. I'll click this, hold my C, and I want to begin from the top there. So I don't want to draw this in the air. It's going to look haphazard, as you can see. So to get this perfect, I'll just hold my C, but in this case still go to my top viewport. Alright, I'm going to be drawing now, but I will make this to go against this curve. So I'll be having a curve like this. Makes sense? So coming here now, you have something that looks like this. Wow. Okay, so what next? What I will do is I'll go to I'll bring this up. Now, if you look at this carefully, when they say Birail, these are your 2 rails. Birail 1 means what? 1 profile. So I'm using a profile and 2 rails. So I can click that. I'll leave everything the way they are. Click apply. Okay. Now look at this carefully. It's telling me, observe this. It's telling me Birail 1, 2, profile curve selected. Select 2 rails. So I'll select this So I've selected my profile. It's now saying select the second rail curve. Let me do that again. Okay, let's come again with that, right? I will just, there are two ways you can go about this. You can select your profile first, then click it, right? Then select these two next and select this next, and then you have something that looks like this. Okay, the second option is don't select anything, click apply, but select it in order. It means since it's Birail 1, the first thing you are selecting is your profile. You can see that from here. It's saying what? Select the profile curve. When I select this, it changes. Select your two rails. So I can select these two now and select these two, and I still have this particular thing here. Okay, so let me just give you a case study of when this might make sense. So I could just select this, hit my W, or maybe make sure, very important, make sure you don't separate them. Once you separate your curves, right, it breaks. So I could just move this here, sorry, I could move this out. So let's do something to make this make more sense. We'll move this upward a bit like so. Okay, maybe go to my polygon modeling and draw something here. I hope you understand what I'm trying to do now. So I will update some things from here. I will select this, maybe come down, push it here, take it up. I will update that to from somewhere like here. Let me be sure what I'm doing. Okay, correct. So I'll click this and move it there. So let's see what we have now. Something like this, right? So you could just, we get the idea of what I'm trying to do, what I'm making now. Then I can go on to maybe draw a cylinder like this, maybe make it a bit thick. I'll make it smaller a bit. Then okay, then duplicate this, put that on the top. Okay, then hit my R. These are fine. Come again, repeat same thing, right? Hit my R and reduce the size like so. Then maybe just bring this into perspective like this. I think I've made a mistake somewhere. Let's see. Okay. For now, I'll just click this. I don't need them anymore. Delete them. Then just move this into perspective like so. Then I'm just playing around with what we just did. Is that fine? Move to a vertex, select, drag this in. What else? Maybe make this a bit smaller. Make it smaller like so. Okay, so nothing fancy. I'm just trying to show you how effective this Birail works. Okay, I'm just trying to show you how effective this Birail works. So that is that for your Birail 1, 2. So let's move on to the next. We're going to be looking at the Birail 2 now. So let's see. I'll just hide all of this. Instead of deleting them, let me just create, let's say, call this flag, I don't know. Call this flag. And select all and keep them there as selected and hide them. Okay, so let's look at the Birail 2. Alright, so let's come back, surfaces, Birail, bring this here. So Birail 2. From Birail 2, we mean 2 profiles, right? We're going to be needing how many? 2 profiles and 2 curves. Is that fine? Alright, so to use the Birail 2 option, I will come to my front viewport, Alt B, let's use this. Okay, let's use this for example. I would click this guy here and I will draw on my grid. So I want this to snap to this grid. So I'll hold X, it snaps. I'll draw from this point maybe to this point. Complete that. It means I have a line. Okay, so I will just duplicate this, hold my shift and duplicate this here like so. So let's see. So this is what I have now on my perspective view. Alt B. Let's use something else. Okay. Okay. Let's stick with this for now. So next thing I will do is I'm going to draw lines connecting this, and because the way the Birail works, the curves must be connected, right? So C to snap, or you can click this, right, and just you can click this, come here, and it's snapping. So it means whatever you do is snapping to curves. So whenever I hold C, I'm snapping to curves. So you could use that there. So just click and hold your C, and it's snapping to curves. The next thing is to draw on the floor. So we just be careful. Okay, I think I'm good to go. I hold my C so that it could snap to this, and that is to the base. Is that fine? Complete it and I'm good to go. So that is that. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click this again, hold my C, and it snaps up there. But it becomes funny because if I begin to draw like this, it's going to the floor. So what I will do to make sure it maintains that height to this point is that I will switch to my my top view, Alt B, I think. Yeah, this will be better. I'll keep drawing just to make sure, like we did for the Birail 1. Now I'll come back here, Alt B, hold my C, and it snaps. Does that make sense? Then complete it. So the next thing here is to select my 2 profiles and my 2 Birails. So I'll click surfaces, come to Birail, make sure this is out. I'm using this right. Make sure everything is like this. Click apply. So look at this place here. It says select 2 profiles. So I'll select this, select this. Okay. Then next, I'll select this and select this. And then I have a surface like this. So if you look at it carefully, I could have just used the Birail 1 option by creating just 1 profile, then 2 Birails. But here I said select there, here, and here. Okay, does that make sense? So let's reverse this. Let me move this here. Sorry. Don't select. If you look at here, what I just selected is this spline or curve. So what I will do, I will select this and take it out. So let's use another method. I will select these 2 as my profile and these 2 as a real curve. Okay, almost the same thing, right? So that is that for that. So that is how you can use your Birail 2 option. So let's go ahead to look at how we can, use. Okay, let me keep this. I don't like deleting stuff. I like hide them somewhere so that just in case I need them, I can call them back. Birail, right? Birail 2. Click save. Sorry, just use your Birail 2. Click save underscore there, yes. So just right click, add selected, and hide them. Right click, add selected, and I'm good to go. Alt B. Alright, so let's go on to look at the Birail 3, how it works in our contest. So for Birail 3, we are going to, of course we have this here, so that means we'll need let's say about at least we need 3 profiles, but of course our number of curves will be consistent from Birail 1, 2 curves, 2 curves, 2 curves, only the profile changes. So we'll be needing about 3 profiles. So let's dive straight into it then. Okay, so I'll create my my curves in my front viewport. Alright, so mind you, I'm creating my proposed 2 curves. So I'll hit this, hold my my X to snap to the grid, and I will just draw something, just freehand. Hold my X to snap to the grid, and I'll snap it there. So this is what I have, like so. Maybe I could just tweak this a bit and go to my control vertices. I'd love this to come closer, very close. Yeah, then highlight this, push this closer, highlight this, push this closer, like so. Okay, so this is what I have. I would just push this to the side and push this, duplicate this to the side. So these are my assumed birails, okay, by. Now I can add as many profiles that I want, but at least it's going to be at least 3 or more. So what I will do here is I'm going to add a profile here. Alright, I'm going to add a curve here, like the profile curve here, 1 here and 1 at the top here. So let's see how that can work. So the first thing I will do is, okay, so what I will do is hold my C for it to snap to these curves. Hold my C, observe this here, hold my C, it snaps, drag it down, and I will just draw, some curves on the floor, right? Hold my C again, snaps, I bring it down. Does that make sense? I'll come here again, make sure you complete this here. Hold, click this again. Don't forget I'm using my EP curves, not the Bezier or the CV curve or pencil curve. Hold my C, drag this down like so. I draw on the floor. Like this, like this, like this, like this. Hold my C, it snaps down, and boom, I'm good to go. Alright, make sure you have you complete it. So now if I continue with this now, this is already the Birail 2 because I'm having 2 curves, 2 profiles, and then 2 words, 2 profiles. Okay, so I'm saying this, okay, let me come again. I'm saying this as my profile and I'm saying this as my Birail, depending, or saying this as my Birail and saying this as my word curve. So, but in this case, I'm perceiving this to be my word Birails. So I will need another profile. So this is a profile, this is a profile. I will need one to run from here to here. Does that make sense? So what I will do first is click this, hold my C to snap, and I'll take it up there. That means I'm going to be drawing here now. But the problem is I'll have to come here to my side view port and complete it like so. Then when I think I'm good, I will just hold my C, it snaps, and I'll play around with that until it's there. I come again with that, I would hold my C. I think that's good enough. So yeah, this is what I have completion here. So let's try this out. Okay, so I'll just hit my Birail 3 plus. Okay, before then, let me undo. Okay, let me undo. Let me hit this. Make sure your settings are like this. Edit, reset settings. Make sure it's like this. Click apply. These are my rails. Why is it Birail 3 plus? I have 2 rails or 2 curves and then 3 profiles. So select this. If I continue, look at this here. It said select any number of profile curves. So let me do that again. I click here, I hit apply. So select this here. All right, so let me come again. I'll hit apply. Read this here, look at this. It said select any number of profile curves. It means that these that we're having here, 1, 2, 3, can even be 5. It means I can add one here, and add as many just to control how it's going to, map on the surface. So I have just 3 profiles, so I will select this one, select this, that is 3. Now read that too. It says hit enter to start real curve selection. I'll hit enter. Right, these are my real curves of Birails. Click this and click this, and then I have something like so. I can close this. So that is that. I can click this, move it out, and still play around with these curves. Okay, whatever comes to my mind, and move this up. Look at this here. Move this up, bring this down, up, and so on and so forth. So what this means is that I can go on to even add more profiles. Let's say I go to my, click this, hit my C, snap the curves, and then where will I draw this? What viewports? Can you guess? What viewports? Maybe here too. Just begin to draw like so. Hold my C. I'm just doing something that came to my mind. I'm not having anything exact. So complete this, hit this again, hold my C, drag this down like so. Okay, then come back here and start drawing again. It depends on what I want. Hold my C and drag it down. Let's see if this will bet something realistic. So here object mode, so let's select, let's go back. I'm going to hit this here. So they said select, okay, apply, select a number of profile curves. I will select this, this, and this, hit enter. Select recurves, hit this and hit this, like so. And this is what I'm going to be getting. So the idea now is that you can have so many number of profiles. That is why it is called profile 3+. Why Birail 1 is 2 curves or Birails with 1 profile. Here 2 curves too with 2 profiles. Here you can have, it's still 2 curves. You can have 3 profiles, 4, 5, 6, and so on and so forth. So with this, I believe you should understand how the Birail works and how it is applied in 3D modeling. It's used a lot in car modeling when you're using your NURBS. So if you got value from this, please support us by subscribing, liking, and sharing the video. I value you so much, and I hope you stick around for more tutorials like this. Okay, thank you once again. Welcome to Creativerse, your home of innovation, creation, and inspiration. Bye.